The 40 years of WrestleMania watch-along series is back, ladies and gentlemen, with Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels for the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match at WrestleMania 10. That's right. On Peacock and the WWE Network, set your timers to 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 45 seconds. We'll be hitting play at that precise moment, and we'll be watching along with this classic from WrestleMania 10, arguably a match that redefined the ladder match moving forward in professional wrestling. Of course, both men were claiming to be the Intercontinental Champion. We find out who the real one is going to be in this match as we go for our counters. 3, 2, 1, and press play. We've got the ladder match set and running. So just a little bit of background details. We see the title's been held up in the air, and we're going to get our entrance coming to the ring very shortly. So Shawn Michaels was the Intercontinental Champion in the middle of 1993. He was suspended for not defending the championship often enough. So that was his reasoning for the title being taken off of him, and he was off TV for a number of months. In the meantime, Razor Ramon would go on to win the Intercontinental Championship, beating Ted DiBiase to win the vacant title. Shawn Michaels would return at Survivor Series in 1993, of course, a part of the infamous replacing Jerry Lawler with his Knights against the Team Hearts. Of course, that started the Bret and Owen feud, of course, that would also go on onto this show. And then, of course, when Shawn Michaels got through that, he then started feuding with Razor Ramon of who was the real Intercontinental Champion, as, of course, he had not been beaten for said championship. As we see, Shawn Michaels now is about to come to the ring, and of course he is accompanied by his bodyguard Diesel, aka Kevin Nash. Of course, Diesel was brought in when Shawn would win the Intercontinental Championship in the middle of 1993, June, if I'm not mistaken, June the 6th, off of Marty Jannetty. NX Steve, you are with us here today, so I've been talking for the first couple of minutes. I should welcome you onto the stream. Thank you. You're watching along with me as well. How are you doing? You looking forward to watching this ladder match?
Yeah, man, I'm really good. Yeah, as for this match, I think we've said many times before, it's kind of like the match that defines ladder matches, and is the reason why the ladder match is such a focal match in WWE today, really. And yeah, like this, the fact that it's Shawn Michaels as well, you can't really go wrong. Like the job that he does in this match alone, the selling, we all know he's a great seller, but in this as well, just makes it. I think it just adds to it more, makes. Like I said, redefines the ladder match in itself just from his work, his sell job alone.
Absolutely, especially in the singles capacity anyway. I mean, from my memory before this, I mean, there was Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels that had the ladder match. I think it was like 1992. I had it on a VHS tape. Shows my age here, doesn't it? When you go back to those sort of primetime wrestling days. But of course, like you say, Shawn had an epic match here with this one. I think Razor and Shawn would do it again 18 months later at SummerSlam in 95. And of course, it's only then when you start getting into the likes of Edge and Christian, the Hardys and the Dudleys, where the ladder match goes to a different level. And that's when we start getting the tables and the chairs involved as well. But this is the classic old school style ladder match for those that are probably watching, that are newer fans, probably expecting your flips and your tricks. You're going to get some special spots in this match, but this also is going to be a bit more, I don't say psychological. It's going to be a bit more, in the mind, and everything is going to feel painful, if you know what I mean. You know, sometimes these days when people go into the ladder, they sell it, but they're back up within a couple of seconds. I think with this, you're looking at a more classic style ladder match, if you will.
Yeah, and it's hard to really describe like what you're going to get with this, because everyone knows like the quality of what it is, and it's like, for me, it's like you try and Razor Ramon for me is one of them guys where you're like, he's kind of like just a great all-rounder. Like you can put him in a match with anyone and you're going to get something quality regardless, no matter what. But sorry, I'm just blown away because obviously it's in Madison Square Garden once again, and the entrance is just so special. Like the way the Razor's just come out now, and like the fact that the crowd are so like close up to him as well, just makes it feel like it almost feels like a proper indie show nowadays. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously nowadays it's not as like very presented like this. But like if I was to go to a Rev Pro show a few years ago, it's exactly what it kind of feels like watching it. But yeah, sorry, just to go back to Razor Ramon. Generally a solid wrestler, and dude, I'm just looking forward to this, man. Like I said, it's just one of the matches that defines a generation, really.
So there's anything you can see there. It's definitely not when you get the full screen of Madison Square Garden there. You get the full shot there of the whole arena. It definitely doesn't feel Rev Pro anymore. But absolutely, I know exactly what you're saying there with the short rampway that you've got there. But it's just a classic style, and it's just I don't know. For me, I've got a special nostalgia for Madison Square Garden. I can't speak highly enough of the place. But yeah, I mean, we've had both of the entrances. Like you say, I'm very excited for this as well. Shawn just showing a couple of instructions there. It seems to Diesel. I'm going to say him. Tempted not to say Kevin Nash throughout the whole stream. But like you say, great all-rounder is Razor Ramon, of course, aka Scott Hall. Sorely missed as well. True generational talent, was one of a kind.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's a shame that like a lot of people back then had their own personal demons. But again, I suppose it's just the industry back then, and it was how I suppose what everyone was doing. But do you know what I mean? He'll always be remembered. And like I said, you've got a match like this that will go down in history as one of the greatest moments.
Absolutely.
Like one of the greatest moments in WrestleMania history. So you know what I mean? It's not like he's going to be forgotten. So just like I said, it's a shame that we don't get someone like his persona anymore, like his character that's like if I was to possibly summarize someone close to a Razor Ramon nowadays, I'd probably say someone like an Andrade. Do you know what I mean? I think an Andrade could do a banging Razor Ramon.
Yeah, with the sort of attitude and stuff like that. I see what you mean. Because I mean, truly, I mean, Razor, there's only one bad guy. Do you know what I mean? Like he really lived that persona, and it's difficult to replicate. I mean, that's what I think is so amazing when you look with Razor. Do you know what I mean? He's a standout alone, and like you say, it's we've not seen much of anything like it since. There may be one or two stars that you can see, like you said, Andrade, perhaps can take some inspiration from it, but to recreate it would be very difficult. But this has started off at a nice pace here. Razor just been thrown to the outside, but he's already done his patented choke slam as well. We've seen a couple of quick reversals as well, but Shawn Michaels now looks to have the advantage early doors, and what I like as well with this one is it's a filling out process here. It's not just quickly run, get the ladder, but I mean, obviously Diesel getting involved nice and early as well. They're hitting a clothesline on the floor to raise it. Of course, Diesel 7 feet tall, so one of the tallest type of individuals you'll find around. They don't come much bigger than Diesel, but yeah, I mean, it's not long till Diesel breaks away, actually, from Shawn to go and do his own singles run, usually. And, of course, in 1994, he was one of the most impressive in that Royal Rumble, with the most eliminations that year as well. So it's interesting to see that he's still playing the bodyguard role even at this point, and not doing a singles match himself here. But he's been kicked out of ringside already by El Hebner. Hebner says he's had enough of this.
Yeah, but I mean, with Diesel, if you can find it's so well hidden on the network, but if you can find it, there's a tag team match that he's part of, and you see Diesel run in this match, and I was shocked alone by that. But it's supposed to be like one of these, secret gems of a match, really. So I can't remember. I'll have to try and remember for next time. But so there is a tag team match on the network that's really good, and it's him and Shawn versus someone or other. But it's such a good match. But yeah. Strange how this is a ladder match, and again, this is I think before they sort of define the rules really, because in any other normal ladder match today, that guy's not Diesel ain't getting ejected. So, do you know what I mean? Story wise, it's a bit kooky compared to today.
Absolutely, and Shawn Michaels has just gone upside down in the turnbuckle after an Irish whip. He's going to be clotheslined over as well, so completely 180 from this moment on here. Razor now taking full advantage now that the numbers are even. Like you say, you wouldn't usually get that in a modern ladder match, but in a way, I kind of like it. I mean, the thing is, this should be a one-on-one. There shouldn't be any outside interference, and I mean, goodness, we were going to lose the protective matting here at this moment if Razor's going to have his way.
Do you know what? Is what like. Yeah, like I say, we've said so many times in other streams we do. There's just little things like taking up the floor mats as well to do like a back body drop onto the concrete floor. Just such a random thing that you don't really see anymore unless like we get a backstage fight or anything. And you just forget how like not poorly, but just like how they were presented back in the day is just such a different prospect now. Just as we've seen, it looks like Razor was trying to set up the Razor's Edge, but he's taken the tumble over the top rope to the concrete floor.
Absolutely, to the exposed concrete as well there. So, I mean, that's going to be worse. Going to be worse for Razor at this point. Shawn with a huge advantage here. See how it plays out for him.
Them crash mats were never good. I mean, I don't know if you remember them from using them in school, but they're not exactly the most comfortable things to land on.
No, they're not, no. Shawn is going
the famous... This is the other thing. That's the red ladder. I really wish they would bring back the red ladder.
they're beautiful. They stand out so well, don't they? And obviously, the fans being so close, you've got to be very careful as well. I mean, the fans can actually touch the ladder from the guardrail there. Sean's got to be very careful not to actually take someone's head off with bringing that to the ring now. He's actually dragging it at this point and actually gets met now by Razor, giving him a hit for his troubles. Is that ladder going to come into the ring? Razor's got it. It's on its way.
If I remember correctly, early prediction baseball slide.
It looks like it's coming. Oh, straight into the ribs as well.
Oh.
Straight into the ribs. And of course,
again,
Razor hit the floor.
The perks of playing the showcase mode on 2K24. This is another one of the matches you get to play out.
It feels like we have a theme going on with this, doesn't it? We've picked quite a few matches that are in the... I wonder why we call it the 40 Years of WrestleMania Watch-Along series. But hey... So obviously we've had about 4 or 5 minutes of this match. Sorry, Steve. We've had about 4 or 5 minutes before the ladders got involved as well, which is something that's quite an old school feel with these ladder matches as well. Like you'd have a bit of a mini match before the ladder would come in. These days, some ladder matches, people just go and get it in the first couple of seconds. So it's nice to see that there's something playing here. We've got a bit of a story going on. Obviously now we're just seeing the ladder go into the ribs of Razor once again. The advantage there of the ribs now is going to play into the narrative going forward. It feels from here, especially as now Shawn's picked the ladder up once again. He's actually placing it on the ribs of Razor, and down it comes. You're going to feel that in the morning.
Yeah, like I'm trying to sit there and think, like, I don't recall any ladder matches before, so you have to sit there and wonder. It's kind of like these guys are sitting there going, what do we actually do with this ladder? Like, as Shawn delivers that ladder straight across the back of Razor there, you have to think, like, without obviously having any sort of previous ladder matches to go off, you got to think that all this stuff is kind of fresh to these guys. Like everything they're doing, another great throw there with the ladder, that it's all fresh and it's all like, this is them coming up with the ideas, because I can't imagine there's a lot of people you can go to and say, what do you do in a ladder match?
Yeah, especially with that time period as well. Obviously, like you say, nowadays everyone's got so much to go off of because they've seen these classic, innovative matches, and obviously this will still be an inspiration to many that would want to go back and see a ladder match and see some creative moments and creative spots, because this was original of its time period. It looks like now Shawn could be climbing the ladder for the first time in this match, so someone could be going for, that's right, 2 Intercontinental Championships hanging above the ring, because of course Shawn didn't effectively lose his due to his suspension, and Razor of course has had his, because he won it, of course, while Shawn was away. Oh dear, well, that's something for the crowd. Shawn Michaels has been exposed, and we've got a shot of it as well.
To be fair, I know, I was going to say, you can see the tan line. That was the thing as well. For a second, I thought there was no tan line, but all of a sudden, you can just see his pasty white backside.
Fortunately, one of those moments where you sort of, I'm going to look away just for the moment. But Shawn is now placing the ladder in the corner there. Of course, there was that iconic spot coming later in the match, and we talk about high-risk maneuvers. Certainly would be very innovative of its time. Maybe it could be coming now. Big scoop slam into the middle of the ring for Razor, of course, taking a lot of punishment on the back and the ribs area. Shawn Michaels going to the apron. Looks like he's going to climb to the top rope. Will he go to the top of the ladder for that iconic splash? Is it coming this stage of the match? We'll have to wait and see. Shawn is now at the top of the ladder, sitting there beautifully as well. Here it comes. Fantastic. That shot as well. The camera work of that is amazing.
My only issue is that, again, this is being nitpicky because obviously we've had the privilege of seeing ladder matches since that. I'd be a lot happier if Razor was selling the stomach and the back injuries a lot more, because I mean, you think he's had the ladder thrown at him twice, he's been hitting the stomach with the ladder, but like it's only now after Michaels has done that splash off the top that we're really getting any selling of an injury to the mid section. Yeah. So like I said, it's being, picky about the little things, but like I said, if you're watching this back in 94, if I'm correct, 95,
94, yeah.
94. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're just gonna be blown away anyway. That's the shot there. The rebound off the top rope from Michaels coming off the ladder there, and the spit as well. Like it's disgusting, but I appreciate it because it's like, especially when someone punches him, and it looks like someone's lost a tooth. But just great selling by Michaels here, man. Michaels is like just really amps this up for me. But this is the crazy part: is Michaels is back up before Razor. Oh no. Yeah, see? think that's my one thing of it is just there's not enough selling of injuries. Like, what's happened there? Why is Razor down? I'm just a bit confused by that one.
Bit of bang of the heads there, head collision between these two. So we got a bit more selling going on at this point there. So I mean, we did say at the start of the video this could be a bit more of a psychological match to a certain degree. In a way, it is, but in another way, there is still sometimes quick getting up from some of the spots as well with the ladder, which like I say you would expect at the time period would be so poor.
This plays back to what I was saying a minute ago. The fact that these guys have probably never been in a ladder match before, and it's kind of like, what do you do to sell the ladder match? And it's kind of like these guys are essentially working on the basis of just having a normal match, and like it's almost like the thought of selling for the use of a ladder is sort of in the back of their mind, whereas it should really be more of a prominent thing.
Absolutely. Well, Shawn's got the ladder once again now. It's going to be prized there into the corner there. Just leaning into the
great shot as well.
Does look like it as well. The camera work in this match is absolutely incredible. As we see an Irish whip there, but Razor is going to reverse it. Shawn going straight in their face, first going over the top as well to the floor. How fun. That's a great looking spot, that one.
Like I said, like you said a minute ago, the presentation of this whole match shows it. There's so many iconic moments from this match that are taken and they're just remembered because of the way it's presented.
Absolutely. Well, Razor's got the ladder. He's actually gone to the floor rather than actually trying to get the championship. It's just, oh God, straight into Shawn, who's actually pressed against the ring post as well there. That one's going to leave a mark, I would think there. Another ladder to the back there. Shawn going into the ring post on the other side as well. Got to be careful as to go around. It's very tight around that ring side. Not a lot of room there to jump to the floor. The commentary teams are there as well. I'm imagining that's the Spanish announce table that's also there alongside the commentary team that we've got for this evening.
It was always that thing back in the day. If they ever introduced the Spanish announce table, you knew someone was going to go through it by the end of the night. It's just the way it was always done. Great springboard there. Oh!
Took the ladder with him.
It's a great rebound.
Absolutely. The swing shot there from Razor on the outside for Shawn to go into that.
Look at that guy in the front row. This geezer's banging out a proper DSLR camera, you know. The guy's like got like a $300 camera and he's sitting in front row taking pictures. Madness. Do you know what I mean? I'm just so used to people nowadays just pulling out their phones, you know what I mean? Everyone's just holding their phone up. It's too funny.
These days it's hold click. Oh, well, it was back then, should I say. Back then, hold click. Shot. Yeah, superb. Michael's going straight over the top rope there, taking one straight to the kisser. Is Razor going to go for the championship now at this point of the match? Crowd are in a bit of a frenzy. You can hear the sound of Madison Square Garden. Shawn is looking to try and get back to his feet on the floor as Razor's going to go up to the ladder. It feels to me Michaels will get back here in time at this moment. As he's climbing up now the stairs, Razor's going up the ladder. We've seen Shawn now climbing up the turnbuckle, a little bit groggy, but getting there in time and manages to jump off. It's a double arm cross handle to Razor to knock him off that ladder there. But the ladder's landed on Shawn. So I think he may still have got the worst of that.
It's unfortunate because I imagine that wasn't supposed to happen, but now you got this thing there. Shawn's like, damn, I've got to wait and sell this now for a minute. This has always been my favourite shot as well, the top-down view where like the camera is just precariously hanging above the ring. I just always loved that shot. I think it's made more famous in like TLC matches from like TLC 1, TLC 2. But it's such a great shot.
Really is.
And the fact there's only one ladder as well, by the way, and that ladder already looks smashed to pieces.
It is, yeah, but usually you might see 3 or 4 ladders introduced into these matches, but in this one here, it's just simply the one here, and both men climbing up now, and another classic sort of old school shot here with these guys on the top of the ladder, just exchanging right hands here at this point, but Razor looks like he could be getting the advantage, slamming Shawn off there, but it's gone off the ladder himself. Ladder's bent as well, then his knee didn't land too well. Something tells me he was possibly meant to win at that second.
Possibly.
This match is famous as well for going overtime of what it was meant to as well.
Oh, really? That's something. I didn't actually know that.
A match was, I believe, cut from the show or was trimmed on the show. I can't remember which detail it is, but unfortunately, Google search will not be quick enough for me on this one, but Shawn has actually drop kicked the ladder, which has sent Razor off of it, although the ladder's not sold it too well, but that's probably a good thing for Shawn this time round.
Oh, that's too funny. It's sloppy, but the problem is, you like again, I said, it's a first time ever for a ladder match, and it's kind of like you're hoping that an inanimate object reacts in the way you want it to react, but it just doesn't happen, unfortunately.
No, that was just gone down anyway. I think Shawn's pushed it on top of Razor, so
there we go.
Yeah.
Great. I can't complain, man. Like I said, it's different. Like, again, I'm being picky for it, but it's still a quality match. I can't argue about it, man. Great reversal, super kick.
Sweet chin music there. Razor just runs straight into it as well there.
When the super kick was a finishing move and not an everyday use for everyone.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Now he's got to
doing the signal, doing the taunt. That's Razor's taunt.
Is he going to try and do the Razor's edge to him?
It looks like he might be.
There we go.
And he's gone for the pile driver by the look of it here.
I still wince, man. I can't really watch him anymore. Do you know that? It's such a... that one's fine because Shawn's gone down on his backside. It's when they do it on the knees, I can't watch it, man. It makes me cringe.
Yeah.
There we go. This is a good thing as well. This is innovative of the time as well. Like, here we go. Shawn's down top rope with the ladder. He's gonna leg drop with the ladder.
Oh,
go on.
God.
That was quality.
A bit like a splash almost, that, wasn't it?
Shawn's turn to try and win this match now.
It looks to be.
Is this... I'm trying to think if this... I can't remember if it happens in this match. I'm about to see it anyway now. There's always a fan of when they use a ladder to pin someone on the floor and try and climb up with them underneath it.
We're about to find out. Shawn is up the top there. He's reaching for those belts, although Razor's moving the ladder just enough there for Shawn to have to come away for the second. Shoulder barge then, straight in.
Oh, you split the ropes.
It's a 7-10 split in the bowling alley. And now Shawn's leg is now caught in the top rope as well there. Amazing. What a sell job here. Razor now pulling the ladder, but Shawn's trying to hold on with everything he's got. But yeah, this is perfect at this point here. Shawn can't get out from the ropes. He's tied up there.
He like... This is where he's like, okay, I have to sell the fact that I could get out of this if I want to.
Yeah, now he's put his arm locks in there instead.
Oh, beautiful. The transition is phenomenal. You love it. Absolutely love it. Also, when he gets himself free, just as Razor drops to the mat. It's amazing.
Quality finish, absolutely indeed. And almost Jeff Hardy, I thought, was the innovator of the way of crashing off the ladder that way when winning, but actually it's Razor.
He's all about that finish for me. That finish is just phenomenal.
Actually takes the match like level.
Yeah, the transition from the leg being trapped to the arm being trapped, just amazing. Love it.
Superb. Absolutely superb. For those that are wondering, this match goes for around just over 18 minutes or so, which is fantastic to see as well there. What would be your star rating for the match? I think we know from this stage.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not a 5-star match, but I'm going to give it 5 stars. Like I said, it's one of them iconic matches that lives down in history. There are better ladder matches out there, but I just think this is so iconic. And like Shawn Michaels is the one that does this for me. Like that finish alone is just so iconic in itself. The way he ties himself up, frees himself, and even when he frees himself and sells the fact that Razor's won the match is just fantastic. So I'm going to say 5 stars just because I can.
The thing is, you certainly can indeed, because like ultimately this is, you know, we take into the time period. Of course, yes, we're watching later on down the line and lots have happened since, but I mean, ultimately for me, I agree with you. It's a 5-star match. You know, obviously there are a couple of nitpicks you can pick from it, but ultimately, like you say, it's a career defining, you know, WrestleMania victory that you know will be remembered for Razor Ramon. Shawn Michaels as well, Mr. WrestleMania. Of course, he's got to have many great matches at WrestleMania, but that's probably his first show-stealing WrestleMania performance, if we're being honest. So, you know, it's a classic ladder match, some really innovative spots, like you say. So I agree with you. 5 stars got to be given for this one. We'll just look up Mr. Dave Meltzer's rating for this one as well. But just as we do, to let you know, there's some other matches that have been in the series that maybe you might wish to go and check yourselves out. Would be, of course, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley from WrestleMania 39. We have done. We have also covered Bret Hart versus Owen Hart from this same show, of course, from WrestleMania 10. Of course, that was arguably the greatest opener in WrestleMania history. And we've also done Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins from WrestleMania 31. So plenty to go and check out as well. And we've got many great ones on the way as well. More classic matches. Our next one will be Bret Hart versus Steve Austin. That's right, from WrestleMania 13. The submission match will be the next time we're with you on this series. But Dave Meltzer did give us also a 5-star rating. So that's interesting to see as well that Big Dave did actually agree with us as well. But NX Steve, it's been an absolute pleasure having you involved with this one, obviously. The WrestleMania 10 iconic ladder match. Any final words before we call things today?
No, man, just again, usually it's always a great pleasure to be here. And yeah, man, check out the rest of the series because, dude, man, these are always fun watching these matches back. Like, it's been, like, well, I've seen this match a couple of times in the last couple of months, but it's always nice to go back and watch any kind of match, really, that is fondly remembered for various moments and great moments and, like, I mean, moments that will be remembered forever, man. So, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this.
Absolutely, same indeed. And I do recommend to everyone to go and check out the rest of the series if you haven't already. And of course, we'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. Are you enjoying this series? Are there other matches you particularly want to see in this series? It'll be interesting to get some of your feedback as we've done quite a few episodes of this now. But thanks all for watching. Look after yourselves and each other. Check out the videos on the side of your screen right now, and we'll see you for the next video. Take care. Thanks for watching.